The conversation over a new Bowery Lane winery keeps fermenting, and after 2 years of swirling debate, county leaders are giving the proposal another taste.
Here's my report after county leaders reviewed a modification of application and heard from residents.
The neighborhood is very divided. However, I do not think it is true that the winery divided the neighborhood.
County commissioners have closed public testimony on a proposed winery north of Bend, with deliberations to come at a later date. Dwayne and Dina Barker are asking the county to approve plans for Terrace Cellars, a small winery and tasting room that would support the Deschutes County 2040 plan.
This will be something that actually supports the growth, the agritourism, the farm-to-table aspect of what the High Desert Food Alliance is doing and other organizations.
But neighbors say Oregon law prohibits commercial activity on the multiple-use agriculture land.
Oregon law, ORS 215-452, explicitly states that an Oregon winery shall be sited on land zone exclusive farm use.
Bayard, who's part of the Rocca Ranch HOA, and his wife, Toby, appealed after the Barkers project won initial approval, citing zoning, wastewater, and traffic concerns.
Wastewater is definitely going to percolate down into the aquifer. It's going to be a big lawsuit, and actually state of Oregon can be held liable, perhaps the county if you approve it, and certainly the Barkers.
The Barkers attorneys say regulators already signed off on a wastewater plan.
The wastewater management plan that DEQ reviewed and approved goes into holding tanks.
Traffic is another concern for neighbors living near Bowery Lane.
People coming through that road will not see those people when they come around several blind corners.
The meeting drew 9 written oppositions and more than a dozen supporters. Many pointed to the Barkers' farming practices.
In a world where we are learning more and more about the dangers of herbicides, fungicides, and pesticides, the fact that Dina and Dwayne do not use such practices in their vineyard should put their neighbors at ease.
Wastewater for a winery is very minimal. The majority of the water use is probably during harvest time.
The Barkers have also scaled back production and submitted new plans for wastewater, fire access, and parking.
We have been working for a long time to address the concerns that we have heard from the neighbors in the community, but we feel like we're going above and beyond.
A final dispute centers on whether the Rocca Ranch HOA can block the project.
And it was a resounding no. There's no planned community. There's no homeowners association created. And all of the restrictions have been invalidated.
Incorrect. The judgment is not final. We do. And that HOA does not allow commercial activity.
For now, the community remains divided.
It was the tactics that were used and the way the HOA was done that was destructive to the unity and friendships in the community.
As mentioned, county commissioners have closed public record. Deliberations will take place at a later date. For more background, check out my initial 2024 report on KTVZ.com.